Next method is linked allocation. Okay, so this is this disk space allocation method, and this is second one. Each file is a linked list of disk blocks. Each linked block contains a pointer to the next block in a list. These disk blocks may be scattered anywhere on the disk. Directory entry contains the start and last block numbers in a linked list. It looks like as given below. File name, starting block number and last block number. So what happened that here it is a file which is actually a linked list of a disk blocks. Now what is linked list? So there is a one whole unit of data structure regarding linked list. Okay, so I think all of you aware about it. It is a one type of data structure, linked list. So each linked block contains pointer to the next block in a list. So in directory entry there is some changes. Here it is file name as it is, then starting block number as it is from previous method, but the third attribute is last block number, whereas in continuous allocation method there is the size of block. So the figure C, such type of allocation method, it is the deprecated along with directory entry for a single file name file B. Here directory entry contains last block number as well as length of a file. When new file is created, a new directory entry is created. Initially it contains null as both the block numbers are empty. So let us discuss it. Okay, so here it is linked allocation to file B. So how actually it is working? That so this is the disk blocks 0 up to 34. Now there is a file B, so file name is file B, then starting block is 1. So there is no continuous allocation that like 1, 2, 3, if length is 5, then 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, so this will not happen in linked allocation. What will happen that randomly means linked allocation are there. So there is a file block number 1, then its point to the next block, give address of next blocks. So actually this will happen in linked list, that it gives the address of next block. So it gives the address of next blocks which is 8. So from 1 to 8, then 8 to 3. So here it is 1 to 8, 8 to 3, then 3 to 15, then 15 to 14 to 28. Okay, so there is 3 to 14 and 14 to 28. So 1, 8, 3, 14 and 28. These 5 blocks are there. Okay, so this will happen in linked allocation. What will happen in continuous is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 continuous blocks are given. So last block is 28 and length is 5. So actually if you consider it is a continuous allocation, then the length is very different, but actual length is 5. Its starting block is 1 and last block is 28, but it is actually a linked allocation કે પહેલા પાસે બીજા બ્લોકનું એડ્રેસ હોય, બીજા પાસે ત્રીજા બ્લોકનું, ત્રીજા પાસે ચોથા બ્લોકનું, ચોથા પાસે પાંચમા બ્લોકનું એડ્રેસ હશે. એટલે એ રીતે લિંક્ડ કરી અને આખી ફાઇલ છે આપણે મેળવી શકીએ. A write to the file causes free data blocks to edit to the file. Such blocks are added at the end of linked list. So જે લિમિટેશન હતી કન્ટિન્યુઅસ અલોકેશનમાં કે એક્સટેન્ડ ન કરી શકીએ, એ વસ્તુ આપણે અહીંયા રિમૂવ કરી શકીએ કે આપણે ફાઇલને એક્સટેન્ડ કરી શકીએ. બરાબર છે? So to read a file, all blocks are read by following the pointers from block to block. પોઈન્ટર છે જે નેક્સ્ટ બ્લોકને ફોલો કરતું હોય એવી રીતે આપણે ફાઇલને રીડ કરી શકીએ. Here in our example, to reach at block number 14, it is required to traverse through blocks 1, 8, 3 before reaching to 14. An important variation on the linked allocation method called file allocation table is used by the MS-DOS and other Windows operating system. So here it is file allocation table is used. So what is the advantages and what is the disadvantages of linked allocation method? Okay, so first let us see advantages. Then it does not suffer from external fragmentation. So the disadvantage of continuous allocation method is that it suffers from external fragmentation, but it actually becomes here advantages that it does not suffer from external fragmentation. Any free disk block can be allocated to a file. Such blocks does not need to be consecutive as in previous method, so disk space can be utilized effectively. ફ્રી ડિસ્ક બ્લોક કન્ટિન્યુમાં જ હોય એવું જરૂરી નથી, જેથી કરીને ડિસ્ક સ્પેસ છે એ બહુ સારી રીતે આપણે યુઝ કરી શકીએ. સો ધીસ ઇઝ ધ એડવાન્ટેજીસ. નાઉ લેટ અસ ડિસ્કસ disadvantages. So file access is time consuming. Here it is required to access all the data blocks in a linked list to read some particular block. ફાઇલને એક્સેસ કરવાનો ટાઈમ વધારે છે. રેન્ડમ એક્સેસ ઇઝ નોટ પોસિબલ ડિરેક્ટલી, કેમ કે બધા લિંક થયેલા હોય તો વી કેન નોટ એક્સેસ રેન્ડમલી એની બ્લોક. એક્સ્ટ્રા સ્પેસ ઇઝ રિક્વાયર્ડ ફોર પોઇન્ટર્સ ઇન ઇચ ડેટા બ્લોક. પહેલાંમાંથી ત્રીજામાં જવાનું, એ ઇન્ફોર્મેશન સ્ટોર કરવી છે તો એના માટે એક્સ્ટ્રા સ્પેસ છે એની રિક્વાયરમેન્ટ ઊભી થશે. ઓકે, સો ધીસ ઇઝ ઓલ અબાઉટ સેકન્ડ મેથડ, લિંક્ડ allocation method.